Yo, what's going on, believers? Happy Sunday. It is just after 6 a.m. here in Chicago. I have a short one for you today. Just going to be doing a review of the weekly outlook I posted for this past week. I will post another outlook for this week after the market opens later on today. But as far as what I've mentioned several times already in multiple videos and my thoughts about the economic calendar and what I guess effect the news really has on the market, and I'm still sticking with it. Just provides volatility, allowing for faster moves to the areas of liquidity that the powers that be want introduced into the market. There's nothing that has convinced me otherwise yet, and so I'm going to still continue with that being my stance on the matter. And I do want to say a few things here before I get into the charts. I guess I can pull it up so you're not staring at whatever this is supposed to be, right? So we can have the chart up while I mention these things. But first and foremost, right, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a signal service. I'm just a guy who believes in himself and those who believe in themselves. My goal is to be a multimillionaire. Is it possible? Yes. Is it going to be easy? Hell no. But that's what separates me. My confidence in my ability to analyze data kind of makes this skill set more reasonable for me to develop. And so the the data that is being analyzed, right? It includes economics, it includes human nature, and it includes self, right? Knowledge of self. So if I was an asshole that some folks believe me to be, or selfish, I wouldn't even be sharing free game on a platform where the whole world can access for free. All right, so I just want to get that out there, but let's go ahead and just talk about the matter at hand here, which is the market. So for the dollar chart, as you can see, this is current dollar chart. But prior to last week printing, this was the candle that I was seeing. And so I had to use the data here to the left for my analysis. I've been trying to keep it super simple on a weekly chart. Where is that weekly candle most likely to reach to? I don't care where it closes, just where is it most likely to reach to? As far as last week was concerned, I definitely anticipated it reached up to the high. We did get that, reached up to this high. And the cool thing is, as far as the weekly chart, that's a higher time frame chart. Within that weekly chart, there's the days, there's the hours, there's the minutes, there's the seconds. So the daily chart was actually where it got a little bit more detailed. And my anticipation, as far as along with that weekly, was for a run of this low here, which was the Thursday from August 17th low, and then potentially to take out that high from the week before. And it literally delivered just like that. Right? Price delivered below this low, run that high from that previous week, did reject initially off the close, but as you can see, as the week progressed, was able to work its way above that level as well as an old area buy side here. And so the plays that I had outlined for this past week, that was for the dollar, right? For the stock indices, it was the same across the board. They can really be seen on the daily chart, even though Nasdaq and S&P never did the play. So initially coming into the week, right, as you can see, this is Friday's candle, meaning this was the close of the week before last. So what I was seeing as far as the weekly is concerned was simply this down close candle here, anticipating price to make it to that low. And getting more details, what I wanted to see on a daily was price run into this inefficiency here and act as resistance, right? Allowing price to then drop lower and taking out this low. That was never the case. There was earnings and things like that that came out for some of the companies within the Nasdaq and S&P. So those factors right there are, like I said, where the fundamentals can become a real, um, catalyst to certain types of price action, which for this case was allowing for, like I said, Nasdaq and to show you the S&P to both be rather bullish early on in the week. But then, as you can see, Thursday they both saw a nice decline, and then Friday did some retracement into that range from the drop on Thursday, right? We're looking at Dow Jones, US 30. It actually had that same inefficiency coming into the week, and actually ran and played perfectly. Traded up into the inefficiency, and then dropped down and took out the previous week's low. So Dow Jones actually ran a play on Monday that I was looking for across the board with the indices. And then as you can see, we really just a little bit of consolidation here. While Nasdaq and SPX were rallying, but like I said, they have stocks within them that US 30 doesn't, and those stocks had good earnings reported, and so a lot of bullish momentum in the stocks, which caused those indices also to have a rally rather than just consolidate and then just drop like Dow Jones did. But perfectly played out here by Dow Jones. Perfectly, as you can see on the dollar chart, as far as like I said, what I was looking for. And then I do want to just look at the Euro USD and the USD JPY charts real quick because they were also mentioned. So I did actually say for um, for Euro that they may want to return up into one of these lows here before dropping down into this weekly inefficiency here. Obviously, as you can see with this wick here, also perfectly delivered. Already traded up into both of these old lows, rejected lower down into this inefficiency, actually traded below it. So well done by Euro. Let's look at it from the daily. See that Monday was the first run higher into that daily swing low here, which on a weekly will line up with this swing low here. And then this push here on Tuesday up into this low was that other weekly low that I had mentioned first. So nice delivery here, right? Monday initially, Tuesday runs that high, printing the high of the week, and then continue lower the rest of the week. So beautiful delivery by Euro. And USD, JPY. So weekly chart, so anticipating it possibly finding support here in this weekly inefficiency. As you can see from the weekly, well done, right? Dip down into there, small wick, rejected out of there. Seen it from a daily perspective. So kind of lingered around above it Monday, Tuesday, and then finally dropped down into it Wednesday. One more drop into it on Thursday, and then pushed away. Essentially in the consolidation here, but definitely ran the play that was called. So shout out to UJ. And then just real quick, I want to come to this, which was the video from the Outlook, and just play this part for you. My favorite move, run up here, check out that low. Looking at the dollar chart once more, right? So this would actually be the perfect setup for the dollar to run Friday and or Thursday's low, and then reject back into the range, even without running out the high from Friday, right? That type of a move down and then back up would allow for the type of setup here where these are up first and then down. And so that's pretty much all I'm looking for the future. And so as you can see, that is the play that I called last Sunday for this past week. And out of the 6 plays I called, 4 played out perfectly. The 2 that didn't, it's always good to be able to understand why they didn't. And I was able to explain that, right? Like I said, there's earnings that came out for tech companies that were very bullish. And Nvidia, and the same thing with S&P. So those massive earnings that Nvidia saw and other tech companies were the reason why the buy to sell did play out, but not all the way to my target. So with that being said, I'm gonna end this recording, and I will have an outlook posted later on today. Shout out to the believers, shout out to the dreamers, shout out to the homies that inspire me to be better each and every day. I love you. I appreciate you more than you know. Y'all have a great fucking week. Peace.